I'm sorry you might not be able to move forward. Don't poke nose into people's matters. You mind your business. That was what made me happy that evening, and I went to bed and I slept like a baby. The tone of voice, you can only be ignorant for that moment, and once you get the answers, nobody can take it away from your brain. You can't cry in public. Go to your closet and let it out. Relax. You tend to understand why people think the way they think, why they talk the way they talk, why they act the way they act. You're not trying to pretend, you're only trying to be very rational in your thinking. Do you just immediately frown your face and just give this snobbish attitude? What made them make that decision that they made? Put yourself in their shoes. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about emotional intelligence and how to be an emotional intelligent person. So this deals with how we handle ourselves and our emotions and our relationships with people. This is being self-aware. How do you control your emotions? How do you get to relate with people without coming off as somebody that you're not? It's about managing your distressing emotions in a way that it does not cripple you. This is simply self-management. It helps you balance your work and your social life. How do you relate with people? Do you have empathy when you see people? Do you ask if they are okay? Do you seek to understand these people when you are trying to build this relationship? Do you ask how they are feeling? To be an emotionally intelligent person, you need to be curious about people around you. Ask thoughtful questions. What made them make that decision that they made? Put yourself in their shoes. Know how you would feel if they are there. That's the empathy we are talking about. Listen to what they are saying, their body language, their disposition towards things, the way they react, the tone of voice. This gives you an insight to whatever they are feeling within. Being aware of your facial expressions, especially when someone says something that you are not in agreement with, it's very important. You need to be aware of that. If someone says something you are not happy about, do you just immediately frown your face and just give this snobbish attitude? You need to be able to control your emotions. That's what emotional intelligence is about. You need to be able to know how to suck it in, even when you totally disagree, even when you don't like the point of view they are coming from. This is not to say you are trying to pretend. This is a way to manage others. This is a way to win in life. You're not trying to pretend, you're only trying to be very rational in your thinking. So this conflict and disagreement should be seen as a way to grow. When you look at things from other people's point of view, you tend to understand why people think the way they think, why they talk the way they talk, why they act the way they act, and you understand, okay, this is the way to navigate life in a way that it will not cause any harm or chaos whatsoever. If you are not someone who has a lot of emotional intelligence, or in something you're trying to practice, let me let you know that this is not something that can be achieved in a day. It takes constant practice, and you tend to make mistakes along the way because you are only human. The more you make mistakes, the more you improve. Talking about controlling your emotions, this does not mean that you suppress your emotions or you don't let out the feelings that you are feeling. Let these emotions take its natural course. Don't let it pile up, because when it piles up, you tend to have a burst out of emotions, which is not very good. You need to relax. If you need to cry and you know that you can't cry in public, go to your closet and let it out. Relax so that your heart can be unburdened and you have a free mind. Or talk to someone so you can be at peace. This is a way to really master your emotions. By recognizing the type of emotions you have, you need to know the triggers. What makes me act this way? What makes me get angry and just shout at everybody around me? Once you know the triggers, you'll be able to solve the problem that is there. And with that, you become more emotionally intelligent day by day when you master these emotions. In being emotionally intelligent, you need to learn the act of silence. I've made some videos on how to move in silence in the past. You identify yourself from these emotions, these triggers that you have. this is not who you are, because you are becoming a new person by being emotionally intelligent. So you need to de-identify yourself. You just say, this is what I'm experiencing, but this is not who I am. See yourself as the person you want to become. See yourself as that emotionally intelligent person, and you will see the change in your life. If you continue to dwell on the past, I'm sorry, you might not be able to move forward. Because these emotions are very temporary, you need to channel your emotions into something else. Do you need to take a walk? Walk. Do you need to exercise? I know of some people that just bring down their wardrobe and start arranging just because they want to get over their anger. And that's the way they manage being angry. You need to know what works for you. Just make sure that you transmute that energy into something else that you love to do. Some people just cook. Some people eat. Though I'm not saying you should eat and overeat, but it depends on what works for you. Just know yourself, study your body, and know. Some people even drive. There was a day I was not feeling so well and all of that. On a Sunday evening, guess what became therapeutic for me? Going around the city. That was what made me happy that evening. And I went to bed and I slept like a baby. Acknowledging these emotions does not make you weak. Acknowledging it and trying to deal with it is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it's a sign of strength. It shows that this is the issue I have, these are the challenges I have, and I'm willing to work on it so that this incident does not repeat itself again. When you apologize, it's a form of strength. Though it's being vulnerable, but it shows that you are bold and you are comfortable of not being very sure of what you are doing. When you ask for help, it shows that you are also emotionally intelligent when you are not sure. Don't be scared to ask for help, because you can only be ignorant for that moment, and once you get the answers, nobody can take it away from your brain. It's actually not possible, and you just keep enjoying your life. Then you need to practice self-care. I made a video on that also. What does it mean to you? Mind your business too. Emotionally intelligent people don't poke nose into people's matters. You mind your business, face the work that pays you. Let your thoughts be geared towards being happy. When your energy is being transmitted into being happy, you find out that you have little to no worries. You are always on the positive side of life. Also, meditation makes you calm. It relieves you of every form of anger, pain, or stress that you might be going through. With this, you become more emotionally intelligent and you tend to heal from whatever past trauma that you have in your life. And even if you don't have any, tend to feel more relaxed, because that is the way life is supposed to be. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.